Hey guys, before we start the video, it has come to my attention that only 25% of my recurring viewers are subscribed to this channel. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more content from your boy Too Lazy for Life in the future on this channel and you want to support him, show him your love, show him your dedication, then remember to smash that subscribe button down below. It takes 1 second of your time, 1 click, it's free. If you want to show me that next extra level of love and support, then consider signing up to my Patreon where you can unlock my full library of uncut, unedited anime reaction videos that you will not find anywhere else. By signing up to my Patreon, you will also unlock these 3 Patreon exclusive anime reaction series that I have done. They are not available on YouTube, on Patreon only for my Too Lazy for Life patrons. Join the official Too Lazy for Life Discord server if you haven't already done so, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, then also remember to smash that like button and leave me all of your comments down below. Alright guys, now back to the video. Sup boys and girls, how you all doing today? It's your boy Too Lazy for Life, back at it with Sword Art Online War of Underworld. We've only got 2 episodes I think left of the first half of this second half of Alicization War of Underworld. Well, according to what I've got on my computer anyways, they didn't give me all of the 20 something episodes all in one batch. It's in 2 halves. I guess this was something to do with how it aired when it came out seasonally. I guess it didn't come out entirely as a 24 episode batch and they split it into more curs. That's my guess. So this is the last 2 episodes of this first half, so 11 and 12. We're on episode 11 now for this episode. Last episode was the one where we got to learn about ASUNA's role in the underworld. So before that, I think it was when ASUNA gave us a teaser reveal at the very end and she turned up in the underworld as the goddess Stacia and saved Ronnie's life from Vasago, who was about to slit her throat in front of everyone. And then she terraformed everything around her and dumped all of the bad guys into the abyss. Right, but I think Vasago's still alive. Okay, it would be pretty stupid if that's if they killed Vasago like that. Man, that would be some really horrible writing. But let's be honest, he's not dead. He'll come back. All right. So that was that, and then the next episode, Asuna and Alice pretty much spent the whole episode fighting over Kirito's dick. That was episode 10. That was the one that we just watched. And then I think we ended the episode off on all the girls, like, including Liena Senpai, the fucking curveball that came out of nowhere. She just turned up there at the very end in front of all of the other 3 girls, including Ronnie, fighting over Kirito's creamy stick. And then she comes in and is like, allow me to introduce myself. Okay, he used to call me mommy. Okay, and I'm gonna be the one to suck off that creamy stick. And then they all went into that tent where you could find out the rest of what happened on Hentai Haven, the R-rated 18 version that wasn't allowed on TV. You can find it on N-Hentai and Hentai Haven. My imagination would have gone wild, man. Oh my god. But yeah, Alice needs to get taken to the World's End altar. Asuna, I guess, is going to be the one to escort her there and deliver her to that place so that they can eject her out of the underworld before the bad guys get their hands on her light cube. Alice right now doesn't seem to be all too fond of that idea, having to leave behind every single person that she knows in the underworld. That is actually kind of, you know, if you were Alice, you would have second thoughts about that. You'd get some random girl that looks like the goddess Stacia, but clearly even Asuna said herself she's not a goddess. Kind of just role-playing as a goddess right now. She ain't the real deal. And then she comes into this world saying that she's from another universe and that your world was created by our world, and we need to get you out of this world right now. You have to leave behind all your friends, all your family, etc., etc. Would you believe such a far-fetched, such a hoax story? It's like, I have to leave behind everyone in this world that I know of to supposedly follow this nutcase off into another universe, right? Alice doesn't want to part ways with where she grew up with and where she's lived in so far, but it's gonna take some persuading and take some budging to get her to, you know, to comply. Alright, so this episode, I guess we're just gonna continue on with the War of Underworld now, with ASUNA as part of the group, and hopefully, okay, we get a good episode again. Okay, last episode was pretty interesting. Okay, like I've been bitching on about for the last like 5 episodes on how horrible the pacing and the writing has been. Hopefully this episode we get another good one like the last one, and it's actually, you know, somewhat interesting. Alright guys, so episode 11, let's get on with it, shall we? So wow, you know, even though Quinella's dead, he still gets all this screen time, man, in the second half. Can't get enough of that. Oh my god. I wonder if Berkuli's tapped that ass. Oh, Berkuli's lived for like 400 years, man. He's gotta have fucking banged that in 400 years. Oh, they just went into the tent. They just went into the tent to eat. Yeah, let's cut the ropes and laugh maniacally as we do so. Oh! Turned into... Oh, of course, you're the one that did it. Oh, she turned them all into beef chunks, man. Oh! Dying so shamelessly, man.
What? Hey, is this for real? I was it crazy? A PvP with lifelike human avatars and realistic violence? I'm so excited now for this beta!
What? Excuse me? Holy shit, that was a barrage of fucking Chinglish, man. Oh, what were my ears cursed with right there? Oh shit. Oh shit, those two are gonna log in soon. Oh. So the evil version of him, or at least that's what he looks like, the evil blonde guy in the other control room just opened up the server to allow everyone in the US to log into that game. Huh.
それで今すぐラース本部の菊岡誠二郎って人に連絡してアンダーワールドの FLA 倍率を即刻確認するようにって言ってるんですが当倍いつからだ名前その子たちは名乗りましたかあはいそれがこれもふざけた話っていうかどう考えても
There's no way they gave me their real names. Sinon and Lifa! Oh shit! What? The purpose of the seed package was to give birth to Alice? Oh yeah, sure, buddy. That's a bit far-fetched if you ask me. Oh no! Oh, don't! Why are you showing me all the? Bro, don't show me season 1 and 2's montage. We'll go save. What? You guys are gonna log in as well? Just ask Blizzard to give you a level booster for $99.99. Not that difficult. Just boost your character. Just open up the microtransaction box in Underworld and then just buy yourself a character boost. Nani? Know that you and your friends wouldn't do something like this as a joke so early in the day. The fact that Kirito hasn't logged in for more than 10 days is no trivial matter. Holy shit. Fuck, oh my god, these fucking nerds, man, make it sound like such a big deal. Oh, you haven't logged into a game in 10 days? It must be, oh, these are the words of addicts right here. The only way is to... Oh! Oh! Einkrag PTSD intensifies! There's no pain absorber, and you can't log... The moment she said, you can't log out, probably I would have expected 90% of that crowd to turn around and ran out of the stadium exit and screaming, running for their lives. Like, oh no, not this shit again. I just left Vietnam.
あんたが言う仲間ってのは SAO サバイバーのことだろうが。分かってんだよ。お前ら元 SAO 組が心の中じゃ他のプレイヤーのことを見下してることで、戦略とか人工知能だとか魂だとか知るかよ。 VRMMO2R の話も飛んで勝手なこと言ってんじゃねえ。
Hey, welcome to reality, bro. This is the world in a nutshell. Even in real life. Bunch of Oh, who's that? Bunch of selfish fucks, man. All they care about is give us my entitled free entertainment. Hit the subscribe button down below. Subscribe button, right? Only 25% of people who are recurring viewers that watch my content weekly are subscribed to this channel. Hit the subscribe button and show your support to your boy. Well, yeah, that's true. All right, majority of the time, that's true. All right, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Liz. All right, most people who are video game addicts, we are dead weight to society. Guilt tripping everyone. Bro, Liz has been talking for like 10 minutes straight. Holy shit, what is this? Her special episode? And now you get the fucking ending song from Lisa playing in the background as well. What the fuck is that? Oh shit, here comes the 30,000 Yanks. Damn! Holy shit. Okay, that was a good episode. Alright guys, that was a freaking good episode. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god. Hype levels through the roof at the very end. The 30,000 Americans logging in on all of their exact same looking. I guess they're all pre-made bought characters. They all have the same starting gear of just looking like some Dark Territory. It's not a Dark Knight. I guess it's just a regular looking armored soldier. 30,000 of them just turned up. 5 years ago, I lost 30,000 men in the blink of an eye. And my fucking watch. Oh, I don't know how they're gonna get themselves out of this, man. Oh my god, 30,000 of them, and they're not even AI. All right, these are legit 30,000 sentient, self-aware Americans. All right, hell yeah, time to gun down everybody. Oh my god. Right, let's talk about this episode and what we got to cover in these 24 minutes, shall we? So first of all, like I said, you know, Berkuli, right? He's been living for like, what, 300, 400 years, right? So, you know, he's been around practically as long as Quinella, if not even longer. So, would he have tapped that ass? Would he have been able to have tasted that naked body of that 400-year-old granny before? I don't know, because Fanatio is like, what, another 300 something years old. I highly doubt that they were both recruited at the same time, right? I mean, it could have happened. I personally have no clue, but if Berkuli was by himself for like the first 100 years, maybe he could have been able to eat that ass for the first century. I'm not surprised. I mean, they're definitely showing a whole lot of Berkuli and Quinella screen time lately in this second half, ever since Quinella died. And yeah, by the way, and you know, ever since Quinella died, she's still been self-inserting herself into this second half of Alicization pretty frequently in all of these flashbacks when it comes to the Integrity Knights backgrounds, backstories, and you know, other, you know, past memories, stuff that they've decided to show on screen and adapted into anime form. So yeah, that's one thing I wanted to point out. And then you got Lifa and Sinon now going to join ASUNA in the underworld as the other two goddesses. What is it? Terraria and Solace. Can't wait for that. Okay, like I said, I'm a massive Lifa simp. Okay, here's the thing. I'm not really a massive simp of her in real life. Okay, her real life model is, I mean, it's pretty mediocre. She's just got a massive pair of tits. I mean, that's the only thing going for her in real life. But her in-game avatar, arguably for me, is the best looking one out of all of them. Okay, well, I mean, Alice's one is also pretty nice, but I think Lifa's one is just the best. Okay, her in-game avatar. She's tall. She's like 6'2". She's got like massive G-cup tits. Okay, she's got long blonde hair and a ponytail. Her whole fucking avatar is just smoking hot, man. And now we get to see her in, I think it's gonna be Terraria. Her avatar form, her god form. Oh boy, can't wait to coom and jack off to that. Oh my god, and we even got to see a slight change in the opening as well, right? I only noticed that little brief change right there when ASUNA and the gang were diving in that sequence, and you know, suddenly they just transformed into their goddess forms, right? At the end there, and that caught me by surprise, and they changed everything at the end there. That whole fight sequence, they changed out all of the bad guys and all of the Integrity Knights, and then they changed out that false advertisement scene of Berkuli versus that Dark Knight guy, because that never happened. Okay, that must have been something that happened previously in the Alicization thing that never got adapted. Either that or it's straight up false advertisement. And now it's ASUNA and Alice versus Dark Lord Vector. Oh my god, I can't wait for that. That's gonna be super freaking hype. Alright, so that's another thing about what this episode had that I picked up on, was the sudden change in the opening there. So the main attraction, all right guys, the main attraction that we're going to talk about this episode, that speech there at the end by Liz. Man, Liz got a whole lot of screen time this episode. Like I said, she talked for like 10 minutes there at the end there on stage, or in Alfheim. Yeah, that's the game, right? Yeah, Alfheim Online. She talked a long time on that stage, man, and she didn't even get interrupted all that much. So this must be like Liz's important role in this story. Her time in the spotlight moment in Alicization, trying to rally up everyone in ALO and trying to get them to sacrifice all their accounts and log into the underworld to fight the 30,000 Americans. By the way, let's talk about that before we get any further to that. I wasn't expecting that was going to happen. When they said War of Underworld, I thought it was just going to be Human Empire versus Dark Empire. And, you know, we clearly see that the Dark Empire has a giant army. I didn't think they were going to bring in, like, that never occurred to me that they were going to open up the underworld as if it is an actual MMORPG to the rest of the world, and everyone gets to log in as if it's just like another one of the VR games out right now, like GGO and ALO and whatever, and then you get 30,000 people signing in thinking that it's actually some kind of public test beta or whatever from America, and holy crap, those Americans voices, they could have brought it. Come on, you could have just recruited any random person from Fiverr. It's like, oh hey, we need some American sounding English speakers, native English speakers, all right, to just fill in a couple of lines for us for this episode. We'll pay you like, you know, $5 to $10 if you are willing to give us like, you know, 5 minutes of your time just to say a couple of lines, and you'll be in the SAO anime. But no, they had to just bring in a whole bunch of Japanese voice actors to go and say those lines. The cringy ass Chinglish, man. Oh my god. Oh, that was so. I was just getting rapid fired, bombarded, volleyed with just endless cringe English after cringe English. Like, I'm gonna. No, I don't want to watch that scene again later. Just to listen to that stuff again. I was thinking about doing it, but I don't think I don't want to do that. I'm gonna have regrets afterwards. So yeah, that's that. And Liz now needs to gather everyone in Alfheim to fight them. Alright, and she stood there. She held her ground for like 10 minutes, and she was giving off a very emotional speech about how Kirito is her husbando, and he's technically everyone's husbando because he'll steal your wives and your husbands soon enough. So everyone needs to go to the underworld and rescue him, and also rescue ASUNA. And right. The main thing about her speech that I want to pick up on is like, oh, society sees us as dead weight, alright? We video game addicts are useless to society. We contribute, we offer nothing to society, alright? Society thinks we're outcasts or shit like that. I think that was what Liz was talking about, right? Somewhere along those lines. She ain't wrong. Oh right. She also said we don't pay our taxes and we try and dodge more government payments. She's not wrong. All right, she's not wrong at all. We definitely do that because fuck real life. Okay, society, real life. Okay, the real world is absolute dumpster fire that I don't want to be a part of. All right, real life sucks dick. That's the reason why I sit around and immerse myself in anime and video games 24/7. Real life is basically for losers. Okay, real life is just for people who aren't woke yet. They aren't woke. They're still part of mind-controlled sheeple society, thinking that it's actually worth living and worth participating in. No, real life sucks dick. Alright, so Liz was spitting some straight facts, alright? And because real life sucks dick, you want to contribute as little to real life as possible. Okay, the most you want to do in real life is to leech and just take and become self-entitled to all of the minimal necessity services that you're, you know, apparently supposed to have as a human being. You're not entitled to shit, bro. Alright, you think you do, but you don't. You just have those services there because you're just another customer, but ultimately they can be denied from you at any point. But yeah, we just take those services for granted and just use them to our heart's content, absent-mindedly, and also therefore not giving back anything to society as well. Because fuck real life society, overrated and depressing as shit trash that I don't want to be a part of, and therefore I don't want to contribute anything to society, and as much as possible don't want to pay my taxes as well, and try to basically just bleed out and leech out society of all it's worth as much as possible, or try and freeload off of society for all it's worth, and you know, hopefully you know, just try and hustle and swindle out society as much as possible, right? Because it makes you feel good. Because you basically don't want to contribute to, you know, a reality, a world that you have no interest in and don't want to be a part of. Alright, so yeah, what Liz said there was true. I mean, the whole not wanting to pay taxes thing, I mean, there are some people out there that would, you know, try and dodge tax and shit like that because they're trying to min-max life and trying to just be an absolute fucking leech. But I'm pretty sure most people, against their will, they still have to pay tax. Because the IRS and the tax agency will come for you one day. Alright, you can't, one thing that you can't escape in life, okay, other than death, are taxes. Okay, the two things that you can't escape in life are death and taxes. I'm pretty sure some of you guys out there have heard that phrase before, have heard that saying before. Alright, so, yeah. Liz... She definitely, I think she definitely won the award this episode for best girl. All right, Liz's speech was definitely very, very touching, very emotional, very dramatic, and she got to persuade everyone in the end there to rally to her and to Kirito, and I guess they're gonna log into the underworld soon enough and help save the day. And also, by the way, some random guy just turned up at the end there, and he also seemed to have a fucking pixie, right? Unless that was Yui. I highly doubt it. It didn't look like Yui. So there's some other guy out there that has a Yui AI. I don't. From the top of my head, I don't know who the fuck that could be. Yeah, no. I honestly can't remember. No. Okay, so yeah, I think that's all of my thoughts for this episode of Sword Art Online War of Underworld. All right, episode 11. So, hope you guys have enjoyed it, alright? So, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. All of you hardcore SAO fans that have been watching recurringly for the last fuck knows how many episodes and seasons on my channel. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please hit the subscribe button and show your boy your love and support. Also, sign up to the Patreon if you want to financially support me. And also, unlock all of my full uncut and edited reactions that you'll not find anywhere else. Big massive shout out to all of my existing patrons right now, and one big massive shout out once again to Eden's Musketeer. Once again, thank you mate so much for your insane level of patronage and support. You're an absolute freaking legend. I love you so much. Alright guys, that's it for this episode. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you all very shortly for the final episode of the first half of War of Underworld. Okay, episode 12. Hopefully everything kicks off, and then we're probably going to end on a horrible cliffhanger as always. If it really is split into two halves, which is what I am assuming because of just the way that these episodes and folders had been given to me. Otherwise, they would have all been just given to me in one single folder, right? So I'm placing my bets that it's going to be a cliffhanger at the end because of a split cur thing that happened when it was airing seasonally. So yeah, it's hopefully it's going to be good. All right, and at the same time, it's going to just leave me absolutely spurging out at the end there as to what kind of cliffhanger they're going to give me. Right? Cock tease and blue ball the end of the cur for the rest of us as. All right, but until then, that's it from your boy. All right, guys. Bye for now.